Hi, I'm Edison. And from behind, I've been mistaken for Shrek because I have a swamp ass.
Hi, I'm Topher, and from behind, I've been mistaken for Jessica Simpson.
Hi, I'm DC, and from behind, I've been mistaken for Lenny Kravitz. Are you gonna go my way?
Welcome to Femmes React. We're here to watch My Stand-In episode 3. It has been 2 episodes already, and there has been so much talk about how people are displeased with Ming. There was a comment that told us their ages in the novel. I don't know why it hasn't been brought up in the show, but Ming is 21 or 20, and Joe is 30, which I did not expect from the appearance and from the relationship dynamic and the acting. And for me, it puts things in perspective a lot more with letting Ming off the hook a bit more. And I don't know if people will drop that fact because they're Team Joe, or if there's like a anti-Ming hates movement, because there's a lot of Ming hates. So I just wanted to know, does that change your mind about the relationship dynamic because I think it's cute. I think it's like this little bratty 20-year-old is trying to force a 30-year-old to do stuff, and 30-year-old's a simp, and he's like, oh, of course I'll let you boss me around, you know? Like,
No,
okay.
No. They're too young to be disciplined.
That's not my fantasy.
All right, I guess it doesn't because you were talking before last episode about how, you can give it some more grace to certain people if they're in their early adult years and your 20s for making mistakes. And I feel like Joe has some responsibility as a 30-year-old to himself, and as someone more seasoned in life, he can draw boundaries. It's up to him. But that's just my...
I agree in a sense that Joe should have some responsibility or some ownership of his part that he's playing or what he's allowing to take place in this, as he is almost a decade older at this point. He's in a different place in life. He's gone through the fun phase of your early 20s, mid 20s. Like he has got one foot in the grave. Like he's knocking on death's door at this point. He's 30. My God.
That's what you meant.
So
okay.
Yes. He should have some ownership. But that being said, yes, I can give grace to younger people for doing stupid things. For being an absolute asshole of a person, no.
Right.
I deal with asshole children on a daily basis. No, you're an asshole because you're an asshole, and you probably need to be slapped upside the head a little bit. But I'm not going to... I don't give grace for you being a terrible human. I'll give you grace for making stupid mistakes. Yes, because we've all made stupid mistakes. We've all done stupid shit. That's life. But I won't necessarily give you a pass for being an awful person. I won't say he's an awful person yet. Are there some sirens going off in my head? Sure. I have to wait and see where the things go. But yeah, I'll give a pass for stupid decision, but not for you being a shit storm of a person.
You did hate August. That's right.
I did hate August.
I just following on that, I agree. You can make mistakes, but his is just... I remember going into it last time about the inability to deal with his emotions, and actually all of those red flags about oh, I'm gonna move in with you, and he's setting the terms for the relationship and all this other kind of stuff, and him getting upset, and then oh, we're in a relationship but you can't tell anybody, and all of that which he's doing this as an adult, and he's controlling and not dealing with any of his feelings. And no, I think he's doing it because he has no fear of getting punched in the throat. And I really feel like some people do stuff because they just have no fear of getting punched in the throat. And I think it's just, I'm not saying that violence is, once again, I've said this on the stream. I was like, violence is not the answer. the questions is there going to be violence? The answer is yes sometimes, but yeah, no, he seems to be a person who hasn't had any consequences or repercussions to what he's doing. And it looks like just the way this coming out from the first 2 episodes before, the consequences for his actions fall on Joe in his death, because I still believe that when he came in, he was like, don't tell anybody we're together. Oh, that's why he's dead. Like, that's why he's dead and been in the shadow realm for the last 2 years, because he was messing around with you and like whatever else like bad stuff y'all been going through. So no, he's an adult. Like, he's been emancipated. He's 21. No, you can drink.
Okay. What else should we talk about?
I forget the friend's name, but like we said last episode, don't think that he's done. Yes, don't think that he's done for the series, because it was only episode 2, and we just spent so much time reintroducing him to the fold that it feels like it'd be a shame to just let his character die out now. So don't know when it's coming back, but I feel like he'll come back at some point to do something. Probably agitate Ming, maybe end up dead. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you always have these, it's just in characters and general storytelling, where you have that person, the other side character who comes along who seems like a perfect match for the main character. You're like, why are you not with them? Like, but for some reason, it's this whole thing about, oh, the heart wants what the heart wants, and it wants this broken thing, and I'm like, you know what, the heart sometimes, the mind, you know,
heart sucks,
right? But it has to be like this convergence of heart and mind. So all right.
แล้วถ้านี่เป็นความฝันมันก็คงเป็นความฝันที่ดีที่สุดไปเลยโอ้ยมาแล้วทำไมเป็นความฝันที่ผมไม่อยากจะตื่นขึ้นมาเลย
It's cute.
It was cute at some point.
Not the couple's cup.
หมิงมานี่ดิแก้วคู่นี้น่ารักมากเลยอ่ะ
จะซื้ออะไรเยอะแยะเนี่ยที่บ้านมีอยู่แล้วไม่ใช่หรอ
เอาก็ที่บ้านมันเก่าหมดแล้วอ่ะแล้วหมิงอุตส่าห์ย้ายเข้ามาอยู่กับพี่ทั้งทีพี่ใช่หมิง
Easily. I wash them.
ถูกไหมแล้วนี่ดูแก้ว2อันนี้น่ารักมากอ่ะจริงๆแก้วคู่เนี่ยพี่อยากใช้มานานแล้วแต่ว่าตอนนั้นพี่ไม่มีแฟนอ่ะ
แล้วใครบอกว่าผมเป็นแฟนพี่อ่ะ
อ้าวเหรอพี่กันนึกว่า
บอกเลยนะถ้าอยู่ด้วยกันไปเรื่อยๆอ่ะ
I can believe that.
แฟนหรอ
Believe them when they tell you about themselves.
Right?
นี่ไปหาซื้ออย่างอื่นก่อนแล้วกัน
When someone shows you who they are, believe them.
สวัสดีค่ะทางเรามีการเขียนชื่อบนรถแก้วด้วยนะคะ
Okay, are you just being cute and you want to get the mugs in secret?
Or he just has low
หมิงมานี่หน่อย
self-esteem.
ดิมาช่วยพี่หน่อยเร็วแถแด้
Okay.
ชอบไหม
ซื้อมาทำไมอ่ะ
เอาก็ซื้อมาใช้คู่กันไง
ใช้ไปคนเดียวเลย
Dude does not want to be in a relationship with you.
เราเล่นนี่อันนี้ของจริงพี่อะคือสีเขียวส่วนหมิงอะคือสีทองหมิงทำให้พี่รู้สึกว่าชีวิตพี่มีคุณค่ามากขึ้น
นี่พี่เป็นใบไม้เหรอ
โหอีกแล้วมันคือปลอกหมอนที่มีคู่เดียวในโลกเพราะว่ามันมีชื่อหมิง
Girl, it's been a week.
ก็มีชื่อพี่
I mean, he looking out for you. Got the silk line
ใช้ไปคนเดียวเลย
pillowcases. You know, he looking out for your dude.
หมิงอะพี่เปลี่ยนให้ก็ได้เฮ้ยนี่ตอนออกมาพี่ได้โบรชัวร์มาด้วย พี่รู้สึกว่าบ้านของเราอ่ะอยู่มานานแล้ว
Girl, it's been a week. Calm down.
สองคนอ่ะมันเป็นโบรชัวร์ของอัครโยธากรุ๊ปพี่เห็นดาราเขาอยู่กันเยอะแต่พี่ก็ไม่รู้ว่า
Not
พี่จะกู้
you trying to take out a loan, so
ลองดูนะ
girl.
ชอบไหม
Don't you own this place? Like, don't get yourself in debt.
See, I've said it so many times. Good dick will fuck up your credit.
Going in debt for the D. Gotta get a vet for the D.
ไม่ต้องหรอกแค่มีเตียงใหญ่ๆผมก็โอเคแล้ว
Okay. So he's got some sort of rational sense.
โอ้ยหมิงให้พี่เปลี่ยนก่อน ถ้าวันนั้น ผมเอะใจสักนิด ทุกอย่าง
I mean,
ก็คงไม่ต้อง
honestly, that's probably his most redeeming quality I've seen thus far. Him saying, "No, I don't want you to move in somewhere else. Let's stay here."
But it feels like for
What?
a darker reason.
มันมีคนชวนพี่ไป
Like
เล่น
he
คริป
doesn't
โต
like
No.
เอ็งว่าเวิร์กปะ
มึงหยุดเลย
Nope.
มึงรู้ป่ะกองพวกนั้นแม่งกองเถื่อนเอาไปฟอกเงิน ตายหาขึ้นมาไม่มีใครรับผิดชอบเว้ย
Oh?
มึงก็แนะมั่วซั่วว่างมากมึงก็ช่วยกูเคลียร์รังเนี่ยมึงเชื่อกูมันไม่คุ้ม
If only Joe listened to Joe.
พอดีว่าพี่ตรงเขาจะไปอีเวนต์อะฉากเต้นรำกูเลยคิดว่าจะปรับบทให้พระเอกอะใส่หน้ากากแล้วก็ให้มึงเล่นแทนไปเลยโจ
พี่เป้า นี่มันฉากสำคัญที่แฟนคลับเขารอดูนะคะ
ก็แล้วทำไมอะคราวที่แล้วฉากจมน้ำสำคัญไหมพี่ตรงเขายังให้โจเล่นแทนได้เลย
พี่เป้า
No, he's
ผม
right.
ว่าพี่เป้าใจเย็นก่อนนะพี่
I got this actor who don't want to be here for none of the scenes.
ตายอะครับไอฉากเต้นรำอะไรแบบนี้ผมเล่นไม่ได้หรอกครับ
ถ้าพี่เป้าคิดว่าไอ้โจมาเล่นได้เนี่ยผมก็ไม่ติด
Why are you here?
ไม่รู้เว้ย
We're gonna cut your pay into half.
แต่ตรง
Like, I assume he's famous, which is the only reason they put up with this shit. But like, why are you here?
มันก็ดีแหละแต่งานของพี่มันงานซัพพอร์ตตัวหลัก
Not
นะ
stealing
ไม่ได้แยก
work.
I was gonna say, you're not stealing.
เรียงรู้ป่ะ ถ้าเกิดว่าเล่นไม่ดีเนี่ยก็โดนด่า แล้วถ้าเกิดว่าเล่นดีแล้วไง ก็โดนคอมเมนต์อีกแม่งอันนี้ไม่มีแต่เสียกับเสีย
ไหนพี่บอกว่าอยากสร้างเนื้อสร้างตัวไง ถ้าเกิดโอกาสมาถึงแล้วอ่ะ พี่ก็ต้องคว้าไว้ก่อน สมมุติว่าถ้าเกิดมันออกมาดี
There
พี่จะได้ไม่ต้องไป
have
เป็น
been
แสดง
some
ให้ใครอีกไง
stuntmen who've like gone from behind the scene to the front of the scene. So
แฟนมึงเหรอ
can I get the prawns?
But girl, I thought you were bringing me things. Please turn into an interrogation.
จริงๆผมก็ไม่รู้เหมือนกันนะพี่ ไม่กล้าถามอะ
เดี๋ยวนะ คนจะคบกันมึงไม่รู้ที่มาที่ไปเขาเนี่ยนะ
Yes, he
บ้า
is.
เปล่าวะ
ช่างมันเถอะนะพี่
But the dick was good.
แล้วไง
เขาลือในแซดเลยว่าไอ้ตรงอ่ะโดนสแตนด์
It wasn't stolen. He didn't do it.
ก็ง่ายๆเดี๋ยวเราจะเลยชูตซีนนี้ใหม่เพราะว่ายังไงอ่ะ
Well, tell Tong to do his fucking job.
เพียงแต่ว่าวิธีเนี้ยไอ้ที่มึงเล่นมาทั้งหมดอ่ะมันจะไม่ได้
เฮ้ยผมโอเคพี่
I get paid.
It's like I know.
ดีเลยแบบนี้ผมว่า
Like everyone is
สบายใจกว่าด้วย
talking about how we hate Ming, but nobody's talking about how I just hate Tong. Like,
มัน
ทำไมพี่ถึงไม่ยอมบอกผมอ่ะ
I was literally in the middle of telling you.
I just got back
Oh.
and
พี่เห็นว่าหมิงสนิทกับพี่ตรงเขาอะ
I'm
พี่ก็เลยไม่กล้า
tired.
บอกกลัวว่าเดี๋ยวหมิงจะโกรธอะ
Also, didn't you tell me that we have like separate lives?
You said no questions.
Right.
oh, he's gonna peel the prawns for him.
I mean, I can recognize that it is sweet. Like what they are showing me so far is
ที่
sweet.
วันนี้พี่ก็ว่างั้นแหละเดี๋ยวมันจะมีงานเลี้ยงปิดกล้องหนังวันเสาร์เนี้ย
Tong will be
พี่
there.
ก็เลยฝากมาชวนหมิงไปด้วย
งั้นผมไปด้วยก็ได้
You said.
Yeah, it's sweet. I can recognize it.
You know, actually, is that clown music?
พี่อีกสิ
What are you doing here?
เฮ้ย
He'll come for a party. He just won't come for work.
ไปกูป่ะไปครับพี่
Everyone's like, let's get out of there
ลุงพี่
situation.
ยิ้มไปช่วยกูถือ
Thanks for the support, guys.
พี่ตรง อ้าวหมิงมาหาพี่เหรอ
Nope.
งั้นเดี๋ยวผมขอตัวก่อนแล้วกันนะครับ
Joe's like, I'm a stunt man. I know what's dangerous and what's not.
What are you doing his soul? Oh, I guess it's the whole company.
ที่คนเขาว่ากันว่าพี่สาวเพื่อนพี่เนี่ยพบกับพี่
Yo, just give him a chance. Just try it out. Like, you don't even have to, like...
You might not like it right now, but you can grow to love it. Like,
ก็มาหาพี่ไง
I didn't like Diet Coke at first. Now I can't live without it. Like,
เดี๋ยวมาชวนพี่ไปเที่ยวเผื่อพี่ยังว่างอยู่อะ
โทษทีนะซอนพี่ไม่ว่างแล้วอ่ะพี่คบกับ
You know, this is kind of one-sided. Are y'all both decide y'all together, or just one person decided?
วันนี้พี่ถึงพาเขามาเปิดตัวดิ
okay, well, don't find me in the next life then.
Little...
เดี๋ยวก่อนดิ
Excuse me, but I thought I left you talking in the room with your love interest. Why are you out here snatching my neck?
ใจเย็น
So what if we did?
เจอกันเอง
ผมเคยบอกพี่แล้วไม่ใช่เหรอ
Girl, it's my best friend.
แต่เราอยู่บริษัทเดียวกันนะ
Why don't you keep that same energy with you and Tom?
ก็แม่งเห็นไม่ดิ
Whoa,
จะได้รู้ไงว่าพี่เป็นของผม
Well, someone saw for sure.
หมิง
So everybody got just control issues in this launch.
Why would
Yeah,
Tom
everybody was hating Ming, and I dislike Tong a lot more than I do.
Why would Tom be mad?
I feel like Tong playing the same game that Ming playing, like it's this little daisy chain.
What do you mean, what? New superstar?
เอ้าก็เพราะว่าพี่เป้า
I'm saying,
เขา
what is
ให้มึง
that?
ไปเป็นตัวสมทบเรื่องใหม่ของเขาไง
Why would I want to work with the same
บท
director?
เด่นเลยนะพี่โจ
Because the director, I've been like...
เรื่องนี้ซอนเป็นพระเอกเลยเหรอ
Wait,
พี่เป็นคู่ที่สองพระเอกคือพี่ตง
เอ้าเรื่องนี้
Oh,
รอ
God,
พี่เป้าอีกเหรอ
no.
มึงก็รู้
Yeah, please leave me out of this shit. I don't want to be in.
ตอนนี้อะ
เฮ้ย ตอนนี้เนี่ยนะโจ มึงกลายเป็นนักแสดงเต็มตัวแล้วเว้ย
go to bed.
Yeah, Kirk, he knows where the key is.
Unfortunately, he doesn't, so I would stay up to get it from him.
Oh, I'm not waiting for you. I'm just chilling. I was not desperate.
อ้าวกลับมาแล้วเหรอ
Shirt all untucked, lipstick all smudged,
พี่ชงชาไปให้อะกินเสร็จ
mascara running.
Are you this desperate?
โจมันที่นั่งทีมงาน ดาราเขาไปกินที่ห้องแอร์นู่น
นี่ไอเอ็มถึงพี่จะดังเป็นซุปตาร์นะ ยังไงพี่ก็จะนั่งกินข้าวตรงนี้ มีอะไรปะฮะ
Right.
โจ
Is that
กระทบใครอยู่
for
ปะ
good original?
ซุปตาปะครับ ซุปตาดารานักบู๊ปะครับ
Are you sure you want to be down here with the unwashed masses?
ได้ยินว่าจะไปเป็นดาราเต็มตัวแล้วเนี่ย ดีใจด้วยนะ
Thanks.
you.
ขอบคุณนะครับ
พี่รู้นะ ว่าเราพยายามหลบหน้าพี่
Yeah.
เรื่องหมิง
No, just because you're an asshole. That's why I'm
จริงๆพี่ก็
avoiding
ไม่
you.
อยากยุ่งเรื่องของคนอื่นหรอกนะ ถ้ามันไม่เกี่ยวกับเรื่องส่วนตัวของพี่ทำไมพี่จะไม่รู้ ว่านายหวังอะไร ว่าหมิงเป็นทายาทอัครโยธากรุ๊ป
I don't know anything about that.
เอาจริงๆพี่ก็พอรู้นะ ว่านายเบื่อแล้วที่จะเป็นสแตนด์อิน แต่ก็ไม่คิดเหมือนกัน ว่าจะหวังทางลัดแบบนี้
Literally had no idea. He just had good dick.
หยุดสิ่งที่ทำซะ ก่อนที่บ้านเขาจะรู้ทำตัวดี
Talk to Ming, not me.
ๆ แล้วพี่ จะให้เราเป็นสแตนด์อินของพี่ ตลอดไป
Get your insecure ass out of my face, please. Thank you.
But I don't want to be a stand-in forever. I want to be an actor.
Why you ain't tell me about your family?
Who are you?
ถามอะไรอ่ะ พี่เองไม่ใช่หรอ ที่เป็นคนชวนผมขึ้นรถอะ
แล้วหมิงมีความสุขหรือเปล่า
Yes.
พี่เป็นไรเนี่ย
พี่ก็แค่อยากรู้ว่าหมิงมีความสุขหรือเปล่า
มีสิ พี่ไม่มีเหรอ
พี่ก็มี
คริสต์มาสเราไปเที่ยวกัน ผมเลี้ยงเอง พี่ห้ามปฏิเสธนะ
Poor Joe.
No, not poor Joe. Stupid Joe.
That was cute.
ไปซื้อมาตอนไหนเนี่ย
ไม่บอก ลองแกะดูก่อนสิว่าชอบไหม จริงๆ พี่ก็ซื้อของแบบนี้ไม่ค่อยเป็นหรอกนะ แต่ว่า พี่ก็เพิ่งรู้เหมือนกันว่าตัวท็อปในราคาเอาเรื่องเลยนะ
He's gonna wear it
ตัวท็อปเหรอ
forever
ใครบอก
because he
พี่อะ
really loves Joe
พี่ซื้อในเน็ตอะเขาบอกว่าเนี่ย ตัวท็อปออกใหม่เลยนะ
อันเนี้ยรุ่นสแตนดาร์ด นี่
Joe.
เนี่ยตัวท็อป ถึงจะไม่ให้ตัวท็อป แต่ผมก็ชอบนะ
Okay, sure.
like
I mean, you could have just not shown off your watch and said it was top and accepted
มัน
the
จะไม่ธร
gift.
รมดาไปหน่อยเหรอ
That there's that.
ธรรมดาเราชอบไม่ได้เลยไง
Thank you.
yes you're not
I
better
guess.
than Tom but I still like you I get that I get
But you know what? I'm like, I know this place down the street run by this old lady who can cook up a storm. Good videos and stuff like that, real cheap.
โลกกลมดีจังนะ
I'd rather
เอา
not.
ดีกันสิ พี่จองมุม
I'd rather not. We're having a good time here.
ไม่เป็นไรดีกว่าครับ
I feel bad for the sister
นั่นสิหมิงชวน
damn
เพื่อนไปชิม
she's
ด้วยได้
She's
นะ
just in the middle, not knowing anything.
that sister
We just got our man. We're done, actually.
แล้วเราสองคน
He's
รู้จัก
been
กันได้ยัง
inside
ไง
me a
เนี่ย
couple times.
inside my house
Today.
inside
โจเขาเป็นสแตนด์อินของพี่โต้งนะครับ พอดีผมได้ไปกองมาบ้างก็เลยได้เจอพี่เขาอะ
เป็นสแตนด์อินอย่างนี้ก็ต้องเล่นฉาก
I get to play a lot of things
เย
for
อะเลยอะ
Tom.
สิ
แล้วนี่คิดไงมากินข้าวกันสอง
Because
คน
we
ในวัน
can.
คริสต์มาสล่ะว่าไง
What's his name?
มีเพื่อนตามมาล่ะ
yes there are
ผมเป็นคนชวนพี่โจมาเองอะครับ
Yes, you're kind of.
Oh yes.
พี่เขาน่าจะเจอกับหมิงที่นี่ ก็เลยมานั่งต่อด้วยกัน
Oh, okay thank you savior
ใช่ไหม
Be a good friend.
yes
Like, I can't have you, but I'll help you out, baby. Ming, now's not the time for your jealousy. Handle the thing at the table right now.
yeah why does Tom not approve of your relationship
พี่เห็นหรือยัง
Right.
ไม่เหมาะกับพี่หรอก
okay
แต่หมิงเขาก็รับในสิ่งที่พี่เป็นได้ไงซอน
แล้วที่บ้านเขาอะ
He
พี่รู้
takes
เป
you
ล่า
for
ว่า
who
เขา
you
ทำอะไร
are.
พี่รู้
รู้แล้วก็ยังจะไปต่อนะ ที่ผมพูดเพราะหวังดีนะพี่ พี่ก็เห็นพี่สาวเขาแล้วนี่ คนพวกนี้แม่งควงแต่ตัวท็อป
ซอน แต่มันก็เป็นเรื่องระหว่างพี่กับหมิงเขา
Fine, next time I'll let you crash and burn.
พี่จะไปไหน
You, Ming, and the gangsters that are gonna kill you.
หมิงก็น่าจะไป
I'm
เป็นนักแส
for
ดงได้นะ
Soul and Joel.
สนใจปะ
So
ไม่เอา
for
ครับ
Joel.
ไม่เอา
นี่ โจก็เป็นคนสอนให้น้องเจเนี่ยต้มบะหมี่กินเองใช่ไหม
He looked broke.
เจ๊คิดงั้นนะ
ฉันเป็นเจแกนะ
I smell the poorness on him.
น้องเจเนี่ย
He smelled
ค
poor.
บกับใครอยู่ หมิงก็ได้เห็นตัวเองตอนอยู่กับโจสองคนนะ เจไม่ได้เห็นหมิงอะยิ้มแบบนี้มานานแค่ไหนแล้วหึหมิงรีบกลับไปฉลองกับเขาเถอะ
Actually, can you just tell your boyfriend
เจ
to
บอกพี่โต๊ะ
back
ให้
off my jock, please? And let me have my relationship. Thank you.
ขอบคุณนะ
อย่าเพิ่งกลับสิ อยู่ด้วยกันก่อน
Okay, well, have a surprise for
พอดีว่า
her.
พี่มีเรื่องจะเซอร์ไพรส์เมย์อะนี่
I don't know, but I don't want to be here for it.
หมิงคิดว่าไง เมย์จะเซย์ไหม
You know what? I would have like, if you're gonna propose to somebody, you should at least know them and know if they'll say yes. Like people, if they say no, then you really don't know that person.
But girl, that ain't Tong's back. You fell in love with Joe from the beginning.
oh okay
พี่ตรงไม่ต้องห่วงหรอกครับ เจเขารักพี่จะตาย
แล้วหมิงล่ะ ดีใจไหม
Not
ได้
really.
พี่เป็นพี่ชาย
No, no, no.
ดีใจสิครับเอาจริงๆพวกพี่สองคนเนี่ยเหมาะสมกันที่สุดแล้ว
You think that little of your sister
ยินดี
though?
ด้วยนะครับ
Yes, I told her I was leaving.
กลับแล้วเหรอ
น้องตรงนี่น้องเมย์กับน้องหมิง ลูกของคุณจรัญสปอนเซอร์ของเรื่องเรา
ผมชอบฉากพันดาบ
Thanks,
พี่มาก
wasn't me.
เรื่องนั้นน่ะเหรอ เป็นเรื่องแรกของพี่เลยนะ ชอบใช่ไหมขอบคุณมากๆนะ
Like, so far, all these moments where it's like, oh my god, I love Tong. It's not been Tong. It's been Joe as a stand-in.
งั้น
But even with that, it's like
Can we?
it's just been a crush. So everything that I'm seeing right now is just him
ค่ะ
crushing
1
on
2
Tong.
3
Like I don't
ขอบคุณนะครับ
like you can have
Reciprocating.
right. You can see squishes and crushes and like be fond of people, but I'm not gonna be like.
มหาลัยแล้วสิใช่ไหม
แต่ปีสาม
ปี3เหรอ อ๋อ ก็น่าจะใกล้ทำ
He's not even paying you attention. Child, there's got to be something.
So unless one of these flashbacks shows Tong like aggressing on you romantically, this feels very one-sided.
อเมริกา เรียนอยู่ที่นี่ก็ดีอยู่แล้ว
And then, oh my god, oh my
จะ
god.
ดูแลหมิงฮะ
หมิงอยากอยู่คนเดียว
Oh no, you couldn't get over Tong in
หมิ
America
งจะอยู่ยังไง
for years.
ไหนบอกแม่สิ
That's
Again, not him.
I'm over this child.
So has there just been no romantic nothing this whole time?
no, it's been a one-sided love. That's fine.
It's not even a one-sided love. It's a infatuation.
He loves the idea of Tong.
But it doesn't make any sense because some better come up in episode 3 or 4 or 5 or some shit because
They got drunk and slept together one night, like something. Give me something. Because like I can't rationalize this level of emotional heartbreak.
I really can't.
I mean, I
love
can. Sometimes you just like somebody and it escalates and you're like, oh, oops, this vibe went out of control. Sure.
But it seems like it escalated from like day 2.
Yeah, sometimes you get love at first sight.
หมิงหมิงหมิงหมิง
One-sided love at first sight.
กลับมาแล้ว
It's gotta be something else.
There's
The real tragedy is
Ming.
Joe's body is, gone. So he's no longer in love with the bats.
after I'm on the floor, tell him that's where you're worthy of sleeping. Karma's a bitch.
Oh, we did get the mugs and they're engraved.
Well, because now he's all heartbroken off of Tong marrying his sister, which.
Well, he said he had something for him before they came to the restaurants. I'm assuming that was it. Girl, you drunk. You don't know what you're saying.
ขอบคุณนะหมิงที่เป็นคริสต์มาสที่ดีที่สุดในชีวิตของพี่เลยนะ
So how many more episodes before those mugs get broken?
One.
Who smashed mugs?
Oh God.
กลับมาตั้งแต่
Probably right now. He gonna come up.
ครั้งหน้านะ หลังจากถ่ายเสร็จเนี่ยพี่เป็นเจ้ามือเอง
เมย์โทรมาเขาปวดหัวนิดหน่อย
กลับไปดูแลพี่เมย์เถอะครับ
วันนั้นถ้าหมิงไม่ดื้อลงไปเล่นน้ำคนเดียวเจ๊คงไม่ต้องเดือดร้อน
แค่แรกกระปอดบวมนิดหน่อยเนี่ยคุ้มจะตาย
What you're not gonna do is call me another man's name in my house on Christmas.
ทำไมพี่ตรงถึงไม่เลือกผมอะ
Could be
ทำไมหมิงถึงเลือกพี่อะ
ถามอะไรอ่ะพี่เองไม่ใช่หรอที่เป็นคนชวนผมขึ้นรถอ่ะ
Yes, put the pieces together.
I wish I could have these flashbacks and make everything make sense.
ไอฉากเต้นรำอะไรแบบนี้ผมเล่นไม่ได้หรอกครับ
ไอ้โจมึงทำหน้าที่อะไรสแตนด์อินใช่ไหมสแตนด์อินก็ต้องเล่นแทนได้
That right there.
หลงตัวเอง
I would have made the connection there.
พี่มันก็แค่
Right.
ต้องรอพี่โตง
That, I told you. I was like right there. How many episodes right there?
You know, every time a cat milk breaks, a GMM TV grandma dies.
Okay, episode 3 of My Stand-In. You two seem to have strong thoughts about things?
I don't know that they're strong. They're just thoughts.
Okay, what are your lukewarm thoughts, Topher?
Well, I feel like we're making our way towards the end of this flashback. I don't know how many more episodes we're going to stay in the past, but we're at the point where Joe is now working his way out of being just a stand-in, so wanting to be a lead. They've already established that there is this potential company that you can work for and earn more money, but they're unlicensed. So if you die, no one's taking credit or no one's going to take responsibility for you. We've already been warned about Tong came and he's like warning him, hey, you know who his family is. I didn't think you would take this route to try and become an actor, this, that, the other. And he's been warned by a number of people already at this point that, you know, maybe you don't fuck around with Ming because their family is something. Don't know what they are. So I feel like we're nearing the end of this whole flashback thing, and then we're going to jump present day probably in the next like 2 episodes or so. So I'm excited to see where things go. I'm excited to see what Joe is going to do next following just that last scene, because like that's a hard pill to swallow. Yes, me on the outside, like, girl, leave him. Why are you even here? Girl, you're stupid. Because I mean, he's been stupid, but like, girl, you're stupid. Why are you doing all this kind of stuff? Yeah, I can say that outsider looking in, but that's a hard pill to swallow, that, you know, the man that you've just been pouring your everything into really don't like you. I mean, even though you have these sweet moments when you're together, and it seems like he does, and maybe he has grown to like him, but like knowing that it truly started from a place of, hey, you are just a replacement for a man that I can't have. And seeing that kind of unfold more and more in front of his eyes throughout this episode, I'm like, that is a tough pill to swallow. So I'm very interested to see whether he's going to confront it, you know, morning after when Ming is not drunk, or if he's just going to swallow the pill and just like, oh, nope, that didn't happen. I'm just going to pretend. I feel it's probably going to be more of the latter, but I would love for him to have some sort of confrontation. Maybe that's why he wasn't answering his phone call or something before the whole accident happened in episode 1. I don't know. But yeah, as far as characters I don't like, Tong is much higher on the list than Ming is right now. Everybody and their mother has, you know, I've seen the I hate Ming the I hate Ming hashtags going around Twitter. I've seen, you know, everyone, you know, making the memes and this, that, the other, and like, oh, just wait, you guys are going to hate Ming, you're going to hate him. I'm like, yeah, he's not great, but Tong is significantly far more egregious in my eyes right now. Just as a working actor, as someone who has been acting for well over a decade now, it's like, dude, this is your fucking job. Do your job. I don't care if you're tired and you signed up for this shit. If you didn't want to do this shit, don't sign up for the damn role. Like, literally every time I have seen him on set, it's him basically saying, I don't want to do this scene that I am supposed to do, so Joe is going to do this scene for me. And I'm like, it's unprofessional and it's irritating. It's terribly irritating, because this role could have gone to someone who actually would have done their fucking job. This role could have gone to someone who was not a lazy, selfish asshole. This role could have gone to a lot of people, but no, it went to you because you've got celebrity to your name. You've got followers on Instagram or whatever the fuck it is that the director is choosing actors out of, and now you don't want to do anything. So it's like he's a terribly frustrating character, and I don't like him. And then that paired with just the way that he's been talking down to Joe this entire episode, I'm like, my God, like. When he pulled him aside there at the lunch, or after lunch, he's like, "Hey, can I sit here and join you guys?" And Joe's like, "No, this probably isn't best. I'll take you to the air conditioning place." And they're having that little conversation. Like literally, it didn't even feel like he was trying to, at least for me, it didn't feel like he was trying to warn Joe because, I'm looking out for your best interest. I'm looking out for Ming's best interest because his family is this, that, the other, and don't, blah, blah, blah. It literally felt like it was a power play. Like, hey, little boy, know your place. You're kind of stepping on my territory right now. I don't like that shit. Feeling kind of insecure. I need you to back the fuck up and stay in your place, still standing there. So don't get any delusions of grandeur. I need you to realize that I'm the star here and calm the fuck down. That's all I was getting out of that conversation. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Because again, I get that you are the star, you have this title to your name, blah, blah, blah. I'm not seeing you do a goddamn thing, so I need you to back the fuck up, little boy. Please, sincerely, Topher. So yes, Tong is at the top of my shit list right now. Ming, he's floating there in the middle, and then Joe, I just need him to be the adult in the situation at this point. I understand he didn't grow up with his family, and he's missed out on a lot of those sort of core fundamental things that are important when you are growing and maturing, this, that, the other. I get that. I understand that. I'll give some leniency to that. But like at a certain point, I'm like, baby boy, take off the fucking rose-tinted glasses and just look at the reality of the situation, which I think is what he was doing there towards the episode. Oh, Lord. Kids can only tell you so many times that this man ain't the one for you. The evidence can only be laid out so clearly that this ain't the one for you. Like, baby boy, when people tell you who they are, believe them, please. My God. So Joe getting strung along, I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I kind of blame him for letting it get this far.
Okay, so I really like Joe. I was like certain characteristics of Joe, and I felt bad for Joe when he was doing acting, he was doing his dancing, not because he wanted to. It's because Tong and the director had a fight and Tong didn't want to do it. Now Joe is put into this role. He has to do this role. He's not comfortable doing his role. And then all of a sudden, his manager has to come in and he's like, someone said you stole the role. I didn't steal anything. Like I came to be a stuntman. I want to stunt. I don't want to I want to stunt on these hoes. I don't want to do that. I don't want that. And so the shit was rolling downhill because Tong didn't want to do his job. Tong didn't want to do whatever he wanted. Joe is now, first of all, suffering the consequences of other people's actions. And I think that's also going to be what happens with the reason that he dies. I think he is the vessel for everybody else's bad decisions or bad people or whatever. I don't know if that's to make him more pure or whatever, but it seems like he's getting a lot of bad stuff. That being said, some of the stuff isn't in his control, but other things are, like Ming. Like the bar is in hell. Like, because Ming is like, he comes home and Ming just is there, like he's already there, just laying there, pats his head and stuff like that. And like Ming is doing, from what I see, the barest of minimum. Like the barest of minimum. And people are like, oh no, that is like the absolutely, you can never say he did the least because he's the least you can do. Like, and going out and buying those coffee cups, even after that it wasn't like something he thought about and he's like, oh, this was, or something new. It was he already knew it. And up until episode 3, I am flabbergasted because I thought that there was a relationship with them. I thought that there had been something other. They hooked up. They kissed. There was like even hand or something like that, or there was some physical thing to cross a line. But everything that I've seen in the flashback was Ming looking at Tong and Tong not knowing that Ming's alive and this pining and things like that. And then he goes off to the US. And then he comes back. And like, did Tong visit you while you were in the US and y'all bumped uglies or whatever? Like, everything that I've seen right now, I'm not going to say any of his actions were justified in him getting upset and all the way that he's treating Joe, but Joe can't ask any questions about the other stuff. There's nothing to ask questions about because there's nothing going on. We're asking questions about what? Oh, you and Tom, y'all got together with the imaginary friends? Like, I don't know. It's just so frustrating that it is just. He's his imaginary boyfriend and he doesn't even know it. Okay, yeah, he's upset. He didn't have a chance to begin with. I'm also angry at Joe, though, also, because Saul is right there. Like, he is right there. Not only is that he will, treat you better, but then also they have more things in common. And that little fight scene that they did back and forth it's like, okay, they're on the same skill levels and all this other kind of stuff. And it seems like they're more equals, in which Joe right now going with me, as far as class is concerned, they're not equal. It's like Ming gets to cosplay as poor when he's with Joe. And it's just like, oh, yeah. Oh, y'all. I'll do this stuff over here. What do y'all do over here? This is good. What's this? Instant noodles? Oh, okay. Instant. What's that? Oh, okay. I don't know. Other than seeing as Joe as a stand-in for Tong, when he's not a stand-in for Tong, he takes him as a joke. And it's not something real, and he's not as equal, and he's taking it, and it's, I don't know. I think he sees him more as like a puppy dog. And like, even when he gets mad, he's like, oh, you're just a stand-in, don't forget about that. And I just don't like him for Joe. But also I don't like Tom. Tom's not even better. Like, it's like, I don't hate him. Like, he's just like a horrible. I'm not talking about Ming.
Oh, okay. No.
I like, Ming is like, he just needs to grow the fuck up. Like, he's just an immature person. I don't know. Maybe there's more, because I know there's 8 episodes out, and we're, people have seen those 8 episodes, and maybe this gets worse. But also, I just want Soul to. You ever see 2 people and you're like, y'all should be together? Mm-hmm. Like I don't know why y'all not together. And so it's like, I just think like Saul and Joel, like Joel or like Soul or So, just like that would be that'd be a power couple. Oh, also the other thing, I like that Joe, in the business, he knows where he is and he knows where he's come from. So even when he got that about to go to the acting and stuff like that, he was like, no, I want to sit in here with you guys, because I think it's still the whole idea of family. Mm-hmm. And that's his family. The other stunt people and stuff like that, and he's not turning his back on them, because also, even though they left him at the table, those are people who got his back. Like, they all just like, oh wow, yeah. But doubling back, I'm still confused about those flashbacks, because when Tong came in and saw Ming and Joe in the bathroom, I thought it was going to pop off because
yes, he snatched him up with a quickness. I was like, oh, okay, we getting into this.
Right, because y'all lovers or whatever, but like, I don't know, maybe there's more will be revealed. I don't know, but that's what I got so far from the third episode. I'm done. I need more. I'm gonna tune in for more to see what the fuck is going on. Let me guess, you love Ming, you think Tong is wonderful, and also, it was nice of him to wear the watch.
Oh, good, don't get me started on that watch, but yeah, go ahead.
You'd be like, oh my goodness, your watch turned my wrist green. No.
It drove me insane because I'm like, look, if you're gonna take the gift, fine, take the gift. You're gonna claim, oh, it's so cute, I love you, blah, blah, blah. Fine, take the fucking gift. It's like when a child gives you child gives their dad a Father's Day gift when they're like 5 years old. They ain't got no money, they ain't got whatever. So, here, daddy, I got you this tie that mommy bought you. Or I drew you this picture. Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. It's the best thing in the world. You're not gonna be like, well, actually, I've seen better shit come out of this. I'm sorry. But like, no, like if you're gonna take the gift, take the fucking gift. Like, don't sit here and be like, well, actually, the top brand watches already right here on my wrist. You see that chrome plating? You see this? This is the top shit. But no, it's okay. It's okay. I'll take it. I'll still take it. No, it's okay, baby. Everything doesn't have to be the top for me. It's fine. Yes, like I can like normal things sometimes too. Bitch, what? What? Oh, sorry. Irritate me. Go ahead.
But that's also the thing where I'm like, he tolerates Joe. He's like, oh, okay, since you're not Tong, you just tolerate you. And you're just like, oh, you're like a little dog. Okay, that's not, I hated that. And there's that whole class divide that also when Ming got back and he's like, this is more about people, this is all this other kind of stuff. But yeah, no, that pissed me off too. Like, just take the fucking thing. I guess that also shows where Ming is from because he's so concerned with the dollar amount. And my grandmother used to say, you know the cost of everything, know the value of nothing. And he just like, oh, he knows this cost, but the value is that, you know what, this motherfucker like scrapped, saved up, and got this for you. That's a big thing for him. So, I mean, I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead, Edison. Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead, Edison.
I don't think I read that much into it. Tong is obviously not very redeemable, but in terms of Joe and Ming's feelings, I'm very at a naive point right now. I believe that, Ming can fully love Tong or have an unrequited love situation because he's fallen in love with a movie star, as people do. And he's gotten so close that, getting so close to smell him is enough to get him, like, infatuated with the fantasy of someday dating Tong. And I think Joe is very adorable in his innocent love for Ming. I find it very endearing. It's very puppy love. So I have already switched my brain on to be on board with accepting those feelings. I actually think, going by BL tropes, Ming is actually in love or has genuine feelings for Joe. It's just that he, like other characters, is in love with two people at the same time and is trying to navigate that. And so in that moment he was drunk. Yes, he was devastated that Tong was no longer available, but he's trying to wrangle with feelings of liking Joe and liking Tong. And I think when the reality of the situation hit him, he was caught off guard. But he bought the mugs. He decided to spend Christmas with Joe. I feel like they have enough of a cute relationship to justify that Ming does like Joe and that what they have is authentic. It's just that Ming has to get over Tong in his own way. It feels very like the Ray Mew San situation in which Ray is still hung up on Mew, but he is pursuing San. It worked out for them, so like it feels parallel to this.
Like, what?
Joey's gonna die.
You mean like Ray and San and Mew from Only Friends, right?
It was messy, but it still worked out for them. Okay, you can.
That GMMTV show. That one we will watch. We will watch that one.
I just think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think Ming is fine. Ming is allowed to be complex. Ming is allowed to like multiple people and find struggle within that. Ming is allowed to slowly develop feelings for Joe and play house and genuinely discover that he likes it. The whole watch scene, he is kind of like, you know, himself, but he's also like, okay, I do see that there is value in someone giving you a gift and whatever. Yeah, the real villain is my internet connection for always being out of sync with everything. So that's some trouble, but I think they're fine. Like Joe, thank goodness, caught up and was like, okay, you know, this dude has his feelings for Tong, and maybe like they'll have to navigate that next episode. Hopefully he addresses it instead of, I don't know, pushes it down. Like, if you don't like Soul, you don't like Soul. You hooked up once, you're like, it's not for me. Like, I see the difference between Ming and Soul. Like, Ming, a bit...
Soul's a good guy. Yeah.
Right.
But if Joe likes the more evasive, the more cool, the more fierce type, the more, like, bratty type, then the more... you know, good boy type, then that's his preference and that's what he wants. And Soul doesn't seem to have
low self-esteem.
We don't have to psychoanalyze it. It's just what Joe likes.
Too late for that.
Right.
Like, I think their relationship is sweet. There's more to Ming and I think his controlling family. Like, I don't know what the relationship is there, but his sister was like, it doesn't matter what mom and dad think, I'm your sister, I'm here to support you. She is too good for Tong. I feel most concerned for her.
Like she's gonna die?
Yes, these two babies are fine. Tong is he can get away with murder and whatever, or he's gonna cheat on her, or something's gonna happen. My energy is on keeping her safe as well as grandma. So, like, I'm not too concerned with Ming right now. Like, I think he's just acting his age and being confused and getting over his feelings for Tom. I mean, he did nice things from Joe.
Yeah, but also when you're in an abusive relationship or with an abuser, they don't constantly abuse you the whole day or the whole time. They do something nice for you, but then also they abuse you. So it's not people think that, okay, when you're in an abusive relationship, and because there's this back and forth dance that the person who abuses you does, you as a person who's in that relationship, you question yourself and you question why you're there. And that makes it even harder to leave. Because if he didn't know his feelings or whatever, he's already moved in with him. And you got to figure all that other kind of stuff instead of you like just going ahead and you know this other person, how they feel about you.
Is it an abusive relationship? I don't know if there's a pattern established. I don't know if it's... I'm not an expert. I just wouldn't label it that way.
I am not an expert either, but I will say that I did have that thought for just a moment when right after Joe and Sol were talking outside the party after Joe had left Ming inside to talk with Tong, and then Ming just came out of nowhere and he just snatched Joe right off Sol, dragged his ass into the bathroom, kind of threw him up against the counter, and Joe immediately went into, baby, I'm sorry, it's okay, it's not what you think, it's not a big deal, he's just my best friend. Like this very sort of apologetic attitude for existing with one of his friends outside. And then instead of going the route of like, oh, getting more physical or angry, whatever, he's like starts kissing him. He's like, I thought I told you never to do that. Like it felt very manipulative and emotionally manipulative in a sense. And I started to have that sort of feeling at that moment. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'll leave that alone for right now. But I did have that thought for like 2.5 minutes watching the episode. Don't know if they're going to go anywhere else with it. We'll see. I don't know. I will say Ming is a very interesting character. Complex as hell. Like, you can't say Ming is boring. And I enjoy watching the shenanigans that unfold. Do I want to be a part of those shenanigans in my day-to-day life? Fuck no. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got the patience. But I enjoy watching the things unfold. So I'm not
Yeah, now that you brought it up, I did for a second think that Ming was replicating his relationship with Tong and that they had a toxic relationship or something, and this is how Ming learned to control other people because Tong kept him on a leash in some ways. Because when he was at the bathroom, he's like, what are you doing? Ming's not like, mind your own business. Ming's like, okay, Tong, let's have a talk. Like, did you not know I was queer, or did you what? We didn't get that conversation, so we don't know what the relationship is about. So
the things that there have been signposts along the way that signal that this is not a healthy relationship. Remember when I said way back when, where Ming was creating these rules for his relationship that weren't sounding healthy, and now Ming does this. There are signposts along the way that you have to be like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This is the second thing. And especially with the bathroom and just the way that Ming was acting in this relationship, I'm like, you have to get out of there before it gets even worse. Once again, I said this. He's not alive. How he's not alive? Why he's not alive? And we were led to believe this an accident. I'm like, all of this is just, we're gonna see.
thank you for watching My Stand episode 3 with us. Apologies for my laggy video. You can blame the Australian government. We'll see you next week for episode 4. Thank you for all your patience as we are late to the party, but you're here watching us, so yeah. Thank you to Topher for joining us again. Please leave us your comments down below. Bye bye. See y'all. Oh, and you can watch full episodes on Patreon. Blah blah blah. Yes.
If you made it to the last 7 seconds of the video.
Back at the start. If you want to watch the full episodes.
They probably know this by now.
Okay. All right.